When we designed our water system, we took the water from the workshop here and collected it into this tank by disconnecting the existing downspouts and running this 4-inch PVC into the water tank. The tank holds about 250 gallons, and a good soaking rain will fill it up in about an hour. Once we collect the water, we purchase the necessary fittings to connect the drain from the tank and connected it to a water pump that we bought. And then added additional fittings to connect the water pump into the water lines, which we buried and ran into the chicken coop. Because we live in a cold climate that freezes in the winter, I built this small pump house with a 40-watt incandescent bulb to create just enough warmth inside this enclosure to keep the pump from freezing in the winter. We just used a pressure switch here and also plumbed in what's called an expansion tank, which keeps the system under pressure and allows us to pump 3 to 4 gallons of water before the pump will come on, similar to a well water system in rural areas. On top of running water into the chicken coop, we also have a line going to the garden, and then we connect this hose as well, just for cleaning around the chicken coop and in the area. One thing you'll want to do is you'll want to incorporate a drain for the overflow. In the spring it rains a lot, and this tank will fill up very quickly. And so you want that excess water to be able to go somewhere. If you leave it here, you could have issues with the weight of the tank settling into the ground. We just use railroad ties, which were freely available here locally. We just grabbed up a few, cut them as needed, and set them on concrete footers to support the system. For electricity, we tapped into the existing electricity inside the workshop, and I put everything on the switch. It's normally on, but if we need to do maintenance, we can just turn it off. And now I can go in there and do any work I might need to do on the pump if I need to take it out for service. So the water lines from the water tank run under the ground and into the coop here. We use black poly to go under the ground, and then from there we convert it to 3/4-inch PEX. And then from there it goes up and it runs to our 3 different watering systems. This is an example here. This is 6-inch Schedule 40 PVC. It's approximately 5 feet tall from here to the bottom. And between this piece, the center section, and this piece holds about 9 gallons of water, which gives us a few days between having to fill it up for the birds. And we just use the common watering nipples for the birds to access the water and drink. I took some clear vinyl hose, which you got from the hardware store, and I ran it to the bottom of the PVC. It's sort of a water gauge that we use so that we know how much water is in the system, and when we're ready to fill it up, we just open this valve. And wait till the water comes up here to the top, and then we know we're full. And we do this for all 3 of our waterers. All these pieces are easily available at your home centers or plumbing supply place, except for the water tank, of course, but they're on Craigslist pretty readily. That's our water system.